Hey guys, what's up? Hey guys, this is Rash here, and today we have a very special guest, and this is my friend Dr. James. And James is a brilliant guy. Honestly speaking, to me, he's one of the most inspiring, one of the most adventurous, one of the most fun, and I've learned so much from him over the years. And I'm so excited to finally get him on this show. And yes, Dr. James, right?
Yes.
For my audience, the people who don't know you, who have no idea who you are, can you tell them, right? In under 30 seconds, who are you and what are the biggest things that you've done in your life?
Okay, I'm a Singaporean. I'm married with 3 children. I actually started life wanting to make the army my career, but I went to study civil engineering. Okay. Now, if you talk about achievements, is it?
Yes, achievements.
Okay.
Yes, achievements.
I think the first biggest achievement I can think about is that I was best trainee, of a 4th Jungle Warfare course held in Brunei. And the big deal about this was that I'd actually been in university. I just finished my PhD in civil engineering 8 years away. When I came back, I was wearing a different uniform from the whole of the SAF, but I volunteered to go for this training, which was actually for regulars in the army. I was an NS man, but I wanted to experience Brunei. I went there, and well, I became best trainee. That was mind-blowing. Till now, I can't understand how it happened. And and I went on to become, actually in 1995, I was SAF National Serviceman of the Year.
In 1985, he was National Serviceman of the Year, NS Man of the Year in 1985, right? That's brilliant. Out of how many, like thousands of
few 100,000 NS men, all of us actually don't want to serve NS,
Wow, and you became one of the top. That's incredible, right? So what's next? Tell me, after that, how do you progress?
I worked in construction. At age 40, I hadn't been on leave for 5 years, and I switched line completely to sell life insurance.
Wow.
I had no network because we are engineers. We just talk engineering the whole day. I decided to go into to sell life insurance, and in my first year, I was Rookie of the Year for the Prudential Singapore. In fact, I was also the top agent of the year for the whole of Prudential, and I repeated that in my second year. So that astonished myself and astonished everyone else.
Wow, top agent of the year, not just a rookie, but top agent of the year in his very first year in Prudential Singapore, and
with no network.
And then at the age of 40, right?
Yes,
At the age of 40, where people are maybe sometimes a little bit slowing down and stuff, and that's incredible. And you went on to achieve core of the table as well.
Yes.
Right, which is basically the top of the top in Prudential. And you went on nearly about 10 years in the financial planning.
Yeah, I was in financial planning for 10 years. Along the way, I picked up another business with a multi-billion-dollar listed company, US listed company that distributes anti-aging products.
Yeah.
So I went on to pick that as another business,
Yeah.
and that gave me a bit more time freedom to do something else. And the third thing I think I'm proudest about is that I started climbing mountains close to, in my late 50s, and when I was over 60, I actually climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa.
Wow.
The big deal about that was I went there with I didn't know I could do it. I went there with a busted hip. I've got, with all the heavy sports that I was doing in the past, I've got severe osteoarthritis of the left hip. And it was an 8-day journey, and I managed to
That's incredible.
complete that.
No, wait. So from what I know, at past the age of 60, you picked the highest mountain in Africa, the highest mountain in Southeast Asia, and also the highest mountain in Europe as well.
Yeah, we climbed Mount Elbrus, the highest mountain in Europe.
Wow, that's just incredible.
But I had a great patient coach.
Very good. So you had a great coach as well.
Yeah.
But so here's my question, right? Like, most people at that age, they give themselves excuses. I'm too old, my joints are hurting, this is not for me, this is for the young ones and stuff like that. But you, at the age of 60, you're still going, you're like, what's next? Let's go higher, let's climb faster. What gives you that motivation? What gives you that inner drive, seriously?
Okay, I'm not a guy with drive, actually. For the large part of my life, until I was about 47. I never set any goals. I just went with the flow. You know, I never set out to become top this, top that. I just wanted to survive. You know, but as I got involved in leadership development, I looked at what a person can do to make a difference to the world.
Yep.
I realized that at 60, I've got maybe 30, 40 years ahead. I can't stop at 60. It's just too much life ahead, too many opportunities ahead.
Wow.
You know, so in a sense, I just keep practicing going forward.
Yeah.
A day at a time. It's just taking one day at a time.
Wow, it's very interesting how you think about at 60 you see there's so much more ahead, there's so much more to see, there's so much more to experience, there's so many more lives to impact, right? Wow, and you don't see there's a time where you slow down and just come down.
Well, it is a time where naturally,
yeah,
you know, you slow down if you don't do something about it.
if you don't do something about
Yeah,
it.
so
Absolutely.
it's just this, maybe it's the kiasu Singaporean. Maybe I can't afford to go the way the rest of the people will go if we don't do something.
Dude, guys, at the age of what, 64 right now, Dr. James still has a solid six-pack as well. That's another thing about him. He's a six-pack investor. Yes, so that's another great thing about Dr. James, and you know that really amazed me. And you know, share with us about many years ago I heard the story about how you brought up your children as well, right? And tell us about that and what is your philosophy in raising champion kids?
Give them a hard time.
Give them a hard time.
Yeah,
Okay.
give them a hard time.
Okay.
I'm quite hopeless at that. My wife is much better at that, but
Okay.
I try to give them a hard time. And one of the things that I did, I think I said to you some years back, when I shared to you, is that I focus on sports rather than studies. In fact, when my son was in primary 6, after he set his PSLE, I didn't even know what subjects he set, because we were purely focused on sport. Why sport? Because in sport you learn to you will lose more often than you win, and you learn to pick yourself up and then get on. And I looked ahead at the horizon. That was when he was that was maybe 18 years, 20 years ago. You know, you could already see that the world was going to be more challenging, more uncertain, and that the person who's prepared to just go ahead and try and fail and get up and try and fail again is
The one who
going to have a head
succeeds,
start.
right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it is in sports, right? In sports, you try, you do your best, and sometimes you still fail, right? You don't
You fail most of the time.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And and sports teaches you that, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we brought him up. And tell us about the no pocket money thing. Like that was something I remember as well.
Oh, okay. When the eldest one was 16 and the second one was 14, I decided I'd cut all that pocket money out.
Wow, dude.
Yes,
He
teach them about the real world.
Yeah.
So they had to go out there and earn some money. And honestly, Rash, you're a coach, you're a trainer. It was far easier to have given them the money than to spend all that time coaching them. But that's part of the process of life.
No, James, but here's the thing. What came as a result of that? Like, tell us about the books and all of that. Like, wow.
Okay, my second boy, he's a gifted athlete, but he couldn't say a word. I thought he was some dumb job, So we decided to do something challenging and for him to write a book of poems. And I had a communications coach for him, and and he, okay, when I decided to do that, it was 2 months before the final exams. My wife was saying, "You're crazy, wait." And one of the things that I never do is I never wait for a better time. So we just did it, and and he wrote three poems a week. And the long and short of it is that when we launched the book before Christmas, he sold 1,200 copies and made 5 years pocket money.
Wow.
And I did well, but the wonder of it was I discovered that my son had this ability to communicate.
Wow.
And that was that was the discovery.
Wow,
I think
that's
when we do
incredible.
these challenges, it's what we discover.
Absolutely, it's wow.
Very
That's
exciting.
crazy. 1,200 books at the age of what?
Huh?
At the age of 16?
15.
15 years old, right? And the one thing that I got from from that sharing was when he said, I never wait for a better time. Right?
Yeah.
lots of people, including myself, as in, I'm not excluded from this. I always think, maybe tomorrow is a better day, maybe a better time would be more appropriate. But seriously, right, being action in the now and going for it and just taking one step forward, and you learn lessons along the way, right? And that's exactly how your mountaineering journey was as well, right? Could you tell us, like, when is that one time, maybe recently, when you decided to take this step, but life slapped you in the face and said, James, here you go, here's a big...
Yeah. Well, I've always been physically fit. Spent a lot of time training, and summiting a mountain has never been an issue. But recently, I went for the highest peak, which was that I've been to, which was a 6,400 meter mountain in the snow, called Mera Peak.
Mera Peak,
yeah.
okay.
And it's actually quite a easy peak, but I didn't summit. I was one of those, one of the 4 people in the team that didn't summit. And that was a precious lesson to me, not having not submitted for some time. It was quite a blow. I was beating myself up, but I had to learn to recover. And I realized that these, we are doing 6,000 meters. That's nothing. The real mountaineers, they're doing 8,000 meters and all that. And the lesson they have to learn is that when they set out, and they set out training 9 months before, they do 2 months of acclimatization actually on the mountain, that there is no guarantee they will summit. They have to go there prepared that they do not submit, because it's what happens to your body on that day. In a short window of time that the weather allows you to go up, whether the weather allows you to go up.
What happened to your Mount Mera?
Oh, my body broke out into complete cramp, and I knew I could reach the top, because I know enough about myself, my willpower.
Yeah.
But life is not just about getting to the top, it's about actually getting down for your other responsibilities and all that, and I didn't want to force an evacuation. But to me it was an opportunity to learn how it feels when you don't get what you go out for, and to be able to deal with that and then come back stronger.
Most importantly, to come back stronger, right? Like, wow, that's so much lessons from there.
In fact, I had said, heck, it's enough of this suffering up these mountains. I'm going to do something else. This is my last mountain. But after that failure, I actually came back and trained even harder before. That was a surprise. Yeah.
So James, a common theme that I'm actually hearing from this, a common theme that I'm getting from all of it, from your son's story to your story to Mount Mera, is this theme of resilience, right? It's really this theme of going through the odds and everything. But I want to hear it from you. What is resilience to you? Resilience, what is it?
Okay, resilience is the ability to overcome adversity, to thrive in the face of challenges.
Yes.
And to persist in the long term towards your goals and values. So it's not just about being knocked down and getting up. It's actually wanting to go in the face of all the challenges.
Wow.
And to me, it's really, really crucial, Resh, because to me there are 2 bookmarks to success: starting and finishing. And to finish, you can't stop. And most people, they don't start something. When they start something, they evaluate, can I do it or not, and they say, no, I can't do it. They don't even start.
Yep.
And so resilience is key to success in life.
So to you, success is really the epitome of 2 things. Number 1, showing up and starting the journey, right? Committing to actually starting and having that resilience to push you through. Right? So wow, that's very, very inspiring, and it's great to hear from you. And you really do believe that in any endeavor that you choose, if you choose to show up and if you choose to be resilient in spite of all the challenges, to go ahead, even though you see that mountain in front, to say, heck, I'm gonna climb up the mountain and conquer that, right?
Yeah, and each of us has got our different mountains, and we don't have to climb the highest mountain. We just have to do a bit more, get out of that comfort zone, and expand it a bit, so that you can be a better version of yourself.
Yeah. How do you think this applies to the ordinary man and woman on the street listening to this video?
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I think there are always these champions, these legends we look up to, Muhammad Ali, Khoo Swee Chow, and all that. But people find it hard to relate to them because they're really exceptional. And society is made up not of these exceptional people only, they're made up of the majority, ordinary people.
Yeah.
And if an ordinary person can become a little more extraordinary, you know, the impact on everyone would just be incredible.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we look up to these everyday heroes, right?
Yeah.
And I truly believe that, you know, James right here, he's an everyday hero as well. There's so much you can learn from him. He's actually doing a talk on the 20th of March 2019 on resilience, right? How to build up resilience yourself. Can you tell us a little bit more about that event happening on the 20th of March?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be talking about why resilience is important, and I think the why is the key thing. And you know, one of the things we talked about is that success, any form of success, you know, requires perseverance, grit, resilience. Okay, I'll share some of the things that I've done in my own life.
Okay.
You know, so it's a personal example. Talk a bit more about my kids. Let some of their secrets out. You know,
Okay,
how I
punish
them. Yeah, actually, you know, they are the ones that help me build resilience. That, you know, you just try to have children and you see what happens. And then you know, and then I will, you know, talk about the difference your life can make. You know, the kind of story, the legacy you can leave behind.
If you're looking, guys, you know, if you're looking for that key to unlock that inner ability in you, to unlock that resilience in you, to achieve whatever that you set out to achieve, right? This is one man you want to learn from, one man you want to listen to, and you know, I believe there will be one thing, one story that he shares, one secret ingredient which you can immediately apply in your lives, and that will, you know, can make all the difference to you. And you know, I can't wait to see you there. 20th of March 2019. I'm going to put down the link in the comment section below, and sign up for this talk and be inspired by the man, Dr. James Chia himself. James, you know, for the ordinary man listening out here who is struggling to start in whatever they want to start, right? Maybe in a business, or maybe in whatever it is. What is the one advice that you will give them?
Okay, you know, I've got a sure secret to success.
What's that?
It's called the slight edge philosophy.
Okay.
You know, you just start doing and just do it daily, do it regularly, you know, and the results will come in guaranteed exponentially. Wow. It's just take that first step.
Okay.
You know, take that second step, and anyone can take a first step. Before you know it, you know, you're running a marathon.
Wow.
You know.
Take a step daily, consistently.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. Everyone can take a step. Yeah.
Wow, that's
just
beautiful.
Get started. And I think the start for you, and those of you with children, or those of you who have staff, you know, that you want to help, you want to add value to, you know, the start is just being in a group of people. You'll be in a room where I'm there. You'll be in a room where the 250 other people will be there, and with all wanting to make a difference to other people's lives and their lives, and that's a great start.
So be there for the talk 20th of February 20th of March 2019. I'll see you right there with James himself.
Yep.
Ciao guys, bye bye.